This is Dusty TV.
Thank you so much for being here. We love you. We love your music. We love what you're doing. You're on an Australian tour. You've come all the way from Newcastle. You're here in Airlie Beach. How are you finding Airlie so far?
I am loving Airlie Beach. The community here is so nice. I've made a lot of friends. It is a wild party city, but also like that means it's really good for live music. And I've come here on a solo trip. I'm playing a fair few places and I just rocked up and I got given gigs straight away as well, like on my 3 days off. So I've got more gigs than I plan to have as well. So this city is literally thriving with music. And yeah, I just want to come back already with a band, or like next time organise more like band shows. And yeah, it's just like got a really nice feel to it in terms of live music. And then there's all these other creative aspects that I'm seeing. Like we went to a fire swirling show that was so fun. And then like the art and the creativity, the photography, the videographers, like it's just seriously a hub of creativity here, and you can feel it.
I'm so glad that you can feel it, because yeah, like the community, like it's just everyone's coming together so much, like is happening all the time now, and we're just like full support. And for you to be able to come to this town and, you know, the community is open arms, you know, you're getting gigs, you're being embraced by everyone, like it's really something special. So you've got new music on the way. We just filmed a little cheeky little something.
Yeah, I did.
Tell us, do you mind explaining, you know, the meaning behind that song? Because that song, like, I definitely felt and definitely brought me to tears. And that's what I feel like. I love listening to your voice and, you know, just the way that you sing and, you know, even your originals. But like the other day you were playing with Dave and I was moved to tears. You know, there's just so much feeling behind you and your music. And yeah, Take Your Pain is something special. So tell us a little bit more about that song.
Thank you. Well, yeah, so every song that I do write it's intentional and it's coming from a really deep place, and in this instance it's coming from a place of hurting. And I wrote it when I just broken up. I just left my partner, and it was the first song that I wrote after we broke up, and I just jumped on the piano and I remember filming it and putting it out. And yeah, I got so many responses, like replies, and everyone was like, "God damn girl, that song's crazy, like that hits." And then yeah, so we recorded like a full studio version, and it is like, it's pretty intense. And then the live version with the band is like also intense. It's like everyone always talks about Take Your Pain. And yeah, so it is like that first initial heartbreak song. And I guess for me it's about taking on someone's pain and like whatever they've got going on. Like in my case, like I would just take the weight of the world for this person because I loved them so much, and I would literally I would let like them do anything to me because I just love them so much, you know. And I've never felt like that before, but yeah, so it's just like a crazy, like vulnerable moment that I captured. And
thank you for capturing it. It's it's real. It's beautiful. I love the way that you love. You know, I think I can't wait for everyone to see and hear and feel it, and you know, not feel so like alone in that love and the things that we do for the people that we love.
Yeah. So yeah.
So tell us about the community back home in Newcastle. You were saying that it's very, like, there's a lot of people and a lot going on, and, like, you know, a lot of creative, beautiful, amazing people.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in Newcastle. There's a lot of really great live music venues. There's just music every night of the week, like including open mics and everything. So it's just like a real heavy hub of music, kind of like Airlie as well. Like I'm getting the same vibes. And out of Newcastle, there's just some crazy good bands. Like it's very like bandy vibe, and a lot of them are just so good. Like they're going really well. They're touring the world. They're successful, and you know there's a lot of history that's coming out of Newcastle as well, with a lot of our bands. Like a big one everyone always talks about is Silverchair.
Yes.
Yeah, and just like I guess with Silverchair coming from Newcastle, like it's a good point to aspire to, you know, because we're all like, oh, maybe we could be the next Silverchair.
Yeah.
And that literally, like, I swear to God, it lives on in Newcastle.
Wow, I love that so much. Yeah, we really do need like the pioneers and like our heroes like Silverchair and like Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, like whoever it is that you look up to and stuff, you know, they've done it, they've paved the way, and it is inspiring.
Yeah, they say that like Newcastle is, it's like, they say it's Steel City. So it was built like, I think it's like a port, and so, you know, it's got that kind of like grungy rock culture to it.
Yeah.
Like it's built from steel. And I think like, yeah, doing music live, like real live, like is really important. And, you know, it's raw, it's grungy, and it's rock. But then you do have like these really nice like house concerts, and like folk music is coming up a lot. And like that's being more and more appreciated, and yeah, there's a lot of soloists, and there are quite a lot of females as well. And I do think that like Newcastle does make a big effort to put the females on the lineups, you know, like it's very
inclusive.
Yeah, it is more inclusive. Like it's not like fully there. Like there's always improvements to be made, and like definitely safe spaces to be created and all that. But like I've had a fairly good run with like being putting on lineups and everything. I've been pretty happy with all of that. So yeah.
That's awesome. How are you finding it being a female in the music industry, because it is such a male-dominated scene?
Yeah. I think like these days people are putting more of an effort to put females on the lineups. So yeah, as I said, I have had some like really, really awesome opportunities, and I think like a lot has been said over the past few years, so I'm lucky to be like putting out my music in this age. But in also saying that, I think the deeper you get into the music community, the more the true colours come out with like, I don't know, there's some interesting
characters.
Yeah, there's some interesting unsavoury characters. But you know, there's going to be cunts everywhere.
Yeah. No matter the industry.
Yeah. I mean, in the music industry, I've had a fair few run-ins. Like, yeah, but I don't know. It's so hard to talk about this, isn't it? Because, like,
yeah,
you know, like you don't want to say something because then, like, I don't know, like, what is it going to do? Yeah, like, what is it going to do for your career? And, like, you know, so there's, like...
Just be better.
Yeah, like...
That's it.
Even I don't feel, like, I feel uncomfortable talking about it, because it's just, like, how's that going to impact me, you know? So, like, shit's happened to me in America that I'm, like, so close to fucking putting out on Instagram, and, like, stuff happened to me in Newcastle, and just, like... Yeah, but even that still, it's like, it's really hard to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
And like the struggles that we encounter as females within the music industry, and like you hear freaking stories all the time. And like I have so many female like artists who come to me with their stories because they know that I've been through shit.
Yeah,
you know?
and I think that's why, like, I mean, to have like a solid community is one thing, but definitely like a sisterhood is like quite another thing. You know, any female in the music industry, in any industry in the world, you know, I think it's really important that we come together, and we definitely have like a different way of being able to communicate with one another because of our past experiences and the way that we naturally communicate.
Yeah,
So,
100%. Totally agree with that. Like, I've been connecting more and more with the other women in my community. Like, I've just done the Women in Music Mentorship program through the Australian Independent Records Association, and that was like a really cool thing that I won along with like a lot of other women in Australia, and we had 6 months of mentorship, and you know, like, those programs are so important for us, and like the amount of stuff that I learned is crazy, and like it gave me such a good leg up, and you know, and I'm an open book. Like, I'll just tell you, like, if you need help, like, I will help you, you know. Like, I'll tell you what, like, you know, what venues, like, how the Spotify algorithm's working, Instagram, like, you know, there's so much stuff to doing music these days, and just having that help with the mentorship program and that support, that was like integral to my career at the moment. And like now I'm able to do like this 50+ state tour, and like my Instagram is growing a lot, and I've just, I'm not poor, you know, I'm making money, and yeah, that was really instrumental. So yeah, I'm all about just like, that female support and empowerment.
So where are you off to after you leave us in Airlie Beach? Where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm heading to Darwin. My dad's actually flying into Airlie Beach, and we're going to do like dad-daughter trip over through the desert to Darwin. We're going to stop at all the iconic spots, and it'll be really nice because I've been living with my van for 2 months, so dad's like booked some caravan parks and stuff like that. So that'll be nice to have like a hot shower every day. And like just spend some quality time with my family, because sometimes at home, like, I feel like in Newcastle it's just so crazy all the time. Like, I'm so busy, I've got so many projects on the go, but now I'm just like, I'm not there anymore, and I can just like extend it, come into myself, and like do fun things like this, and just like really connect with people and not be so stressed all the time. But heading to Darwin. After that, I'm heading to Broome, and then I've got Exmouth, Broome, Karratha, Exmouth, Perth, Freo, down to Esperance, Adelaide, then back home for wedding season.
Wow, that's amazing. And Perth is incredible, like the music scene. I'm excited for you to be in Perth. The music scene over there is phenomenal, like the community, just gorgeous, talent, amazing. And you're a DJ as well, so you do like DJ sets and everything. So you obviously started with live music, and now you're kind of dabbling a bit into the electronic music kind of stuff. Tell us about that. How are you finding being a DJ?
Okay, so I love playing originals and doing my original shows. That is what I'm made for. I'm born to like write these songs and get them out in the world. But I can't do that without money. Original shows, they don't pay. They're not good money at this early stage in the career. So I am like so into the cover game because there's a lot of money into it. And through the covers at pubs, I've been able to get into weddings. And then at the weddings, they need a DJ. And so I was like, fuck yous all. I'm going to do everything. I'm going to be acoustic, ceremony. I'm going to do like, you know, the cocktail hour, and then I'm going to jump on the decks, and I'm just going to shred these decks, and you're going to dance, and you're going to vibe out, and you can request anything you want because I will play it. Like, I'm a sellout. Like, you know, I've learned so much. I actually went to DJ lessons for like 6 months maybe, and I would make like cookies or like bake something, and then my DJ teacher would teach me like a few tricks and stuff, and I practiced so much, but I knew it's a skill that I needed to be able to pursue my original music.
Yeah. I remember you were saying to
Yeah.
Dave the other night, like just the intensity of like, you know, because you've been doing live for so long, you know, it's you've got that down packed, and now it is like taking on that, you know, time to really master the art of like DJing and like getting your DJ set and little tips and tricks under your belt. And that's what I love about music. It is a lifelong romance with music. You know, we have our whole lives to learn guitar. We have our whole lives to learn the decks. We have our whole lives to learn piano. And you know, whether our lives are cut short or not, you know, there is always something to do or learn within the realm of music. You know, and your fucking voice is phenomenal. Like, oh my god.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, well, Carla Geneve said in one of her songs, life is the longest thing that we'll ever do. You know, like people say life is short, but she was like, it's literally the longest thing we'll ever do. And that is my favourite quote ever, because, you know, there's no rush. You know, like we can take our time. You know, we don't have to rush and be stressed and just live our lives in that sort of state, you know, like this is the longest thing we'll ever do, so why rush?
Yeah, and why not do what you love?
Oh, preaching to the choir, honey.
Right.
I love it.
You're doing it too. I'm so excited for you. Like that is being on the road, being in the present moment, doing what you love. You're 2 months in.
Yeah.
I can't
It's
wait.
so good.
I can't wait to
So
just
good.
keep following your journey.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah.
You'll be on the road with me when I'm rich and famous.
Oh, baby, sign me up. I'll get my shit in order and let's go.
Yeah. Well, Dusty Records does like documentaries, you do photos, you do videos, you do content. Like, that is like the most perfect person to like bring on the road, you know? Like, I would literally die to have.
We are back from having technical difficulties.
And a croissant.
Amazing. So you're leaving early soon. I don't want you to go already. This sucks. You're on your way to Darwin, Exmouth, Broome, the whole rest of Australia. Incredible. I'm so excited for you. It's going to be phenomenal. What are you looking forward to most about being on the road?
Okay, I'm looking forward to most is just having a stress-free, chill lifestyle, which is different to my lifestyle at home, because I feel like I'm so busy at home, organising my tour, getting ready to go, doing the last shows, organising my band show, doing the invoices, the marketing, the this, that, the other, you know. But now I'm on tour, so I can just chill the fuck out. I can do for my runs, I can eat my food, like healthy food, cook, and I can just, the reason why I'm doing this tour and I'm staying so long in each town is so that I can connect with the community. So if I'm in the towns long enough, like that's the main purpose of this tour, is like I want to lay some roots down and like meet the people and get the lay of the land, and so I can come back and do an even better tour, you know?
Yeah.
And come back and see my friends and all that. That's the whole point. So yeah, I guess it's just, I'm just looking forward to connecting, and I've already made like really great connections over in Perth and Freo, because I went there last year for a month. So I'm really keen to already go back there and connect with all my buddies there, and yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome. And your band, let's talk about the band, because I've seen you perform by yourself and I've seen you have a little jam with Dave. Yeah. But to definitely like see you have like drums and like a whole crew behind you would be quite something else. Do you still play guitar when you're with the band, or do you just like fully embrace the vocals?
Well, so I actually had a cry 2 nights ago because I missed my band. Like, I miss playing with my band. Like, I really do. They are so good. Like, Alan is also my manager and she plays bass, and like we just have the best friendship, and she just slays at everything, you know. And then Bailey, my drummer, is just like, he's just such a good vibe, you know, and he tears up the dance floor after our gig and everything, you know, like just gets into it. And then Ben's the second guitarist, and he's just like an absolute shredder, and like good vibes all around. And yeah, I've just spent so much time with them over the past couple of months, like past like 8 months or so, doing heaps of band shows. And yeah, I really miss them. And like, you know, if I don't take a solo, they're like, no, you need to take your solo. Like, what happened to the solo, Georgie? You know, like they're always pushing me to be better, because like I want to play lead, and I want to take the solos that I've written, and I want to like be really confident on guitar and stuff. And they like are just so encouraging and uplifting, and they have literally like helped me to create a safe space for myself to express my art. And so now at the shows, like there's nothing I love more than just like ripping a solo on my guitar, and like I just want to play guitar. Like that's all I want to do.
It's so addictive.
It is so addictive.
And I think it's so important for every artist, you know, to have that solo relationship with music and stuff. Like, you know, I remember like there's artists and stuff that I know, and they're all artists, and they like get together and they get into a band and stuff, but then they like start to lose that individuality like within like their own stuff, and to like be a solo artist. And then there's a great band in this town, they were playing Front Kick. They're all solo artists, and they all come together for this project, this band, and they're just all phenomenal musicians in their own right. And then together they just like amplify each other with that like love and support, and like, you know, utilizing each one of everyone's strengths. So yeah, that's like, I love the way that you talk about your band members and stuff, because you can see and like feel that love and that like respect, and to hear that they're so supportive of like your solo journey as a musician. And so like, go, you know, you have to be doing this, like that is literally. I can't wait to see you all on stage together. Like, and
we
just
are so good together, you know, like we sound so good. Like the songs just come to life, and like everyone's so passionate about making every song, like whatever they're playing, they're like playing it good, you know, like they're putting effort into. Like Bailey like helps me write like sections of a song. I'm like, Bailey, I've got this song, like drummer, like what do you reckon? He's like, we need to do half time here, and here needs to go double time, and like, you know, just like helps out with that. And like Ben comes up with the sickest like guitar parts, and yeah, I really miss them, and I really want to bring them to Airlie Beach, and I want to like tear up the main street.
Yes, they have to come to headquarters.
Oh, you would love
Where
them.
the fuck are they?
Yeah, they would love this. They would love this. Yeah, well, that's the idea, you know, like build myself up enough.
I feel like, you know, it is like your job as like front woman and stuff to be like the pioneer, and you can, you know, leave everything behind and stuff, but go seeking, you know, the adventures and where like the good people and the good venues and everything is. And then, you know, next run, it could be the whole band, and it's like, you know, we do have to make these sacrifices and like go put ourselves on the front lines and stuff to pave the way and like figure it out, because it's easier to figure out one person, let alone bringing like a whole team of people 100%. At the start. Like someone needs to know what they're doing.
Exactly, and that's like I'm doing a research trip at the same time on this. Like I'm researching. I've been researching for like 4 years now. Like on my tours, I've been taking bands and people, all different people around, to just like research, and we play, and like we went to Thailand one time, and that was so mad. And like now I can just organise a Thailand tour at the drop of the hat if I wanted, for a whole band, you know? And like that's really important, because like I don't have like a big record label, or I don't have like those contacts behind me, so I literally have no choice but to create it myself, and I'm not going to sit around and wait for people to like lift me up. Like, I know that I have to forge my own way, you know?
Yeah.
Even though I would love someone to just be like, I'm going to take you on tour, bang, bang, bang. It just doesn't work like that, you know?
And it's more real this way, you know, you're building solid foundations within yourself and like gaining the tools necessary to, you know, take care of yourself and your team.
Yeah,
in the future.
100%.
From the ground up, baby.
That's literally it. Just like Dusty Records.
Yeah, literally. Shitty cameras and whatever we can do. But there's this lyric from Jack White that I love so much. And it's, I'm so Detroit, I make it rise from the ashes. You know, and Eminem was also from Detroit, and like these incredible artists come from like the slums of Detroit, and they just rise from the fucking ashes and make it happen. And music, my God, it's the one thing.
I'm so inspired right now.
Me too. Me fucking too.
That was like a really good chat. that has to be fully the.
Yeah, we've had mad chats like all day. I'm so grateful. It's been fucking awesome.
I'm really glad we got that on camera, because that was a mad chat just then.
So you've got an EP coming out that you're promoting on this tour. It's got 5 songs on it. It's called Pretty Things. Tell us a little bit about the background of what inspired this music behind it. I've had a good listen. We just had a listen before and a little technical meltdown. And tears.
We cried.
Yeah. It's powerful stuff, and it's real stuff. And I'll never forget just seeing those real tears on your face as you, you know, felt the music again.
Yeah, like as I mentioned before, like every song is just so coming straight from the heart in a time of darkness. Although, you know, the reason why my EP is called Pretty Things is because I want to make pretty things out of a bad situation. I do touch on, like, there are themes of domestic violence and things like that in my EP, and I think it is important to, you know, talk about these issues, but we can also rise above these things, you know. And like, I've gone into the studio after having my own experiences, and I've made some amazing tracks and amazing music, and like, you know, it's just speaking my truth, and it's really coming out in the music, and I don't really have to say much ever on stage, like, or really much in the interviews, and I kind of just, you know, let the music speak for itself, and people can take what they want from that, and hopefully, you know, it could help in some way. Yeah.
And I think, you know, we all have like our own stories, and to be able to survive is very, not everyone does. So it's really important for survivors to speak up where they can, to be able to help others also get out of situations that...
And like, the love and support around me helped me get out, you know, and like, now I'm just focusing on the pretty things that I can make in this life.
Van life. I've seen you cook in your van now, and I don't know how you managed to cook such like a beautiful, it was like, what was that thing that you cooked? That was
Japanese curry.
Japanese curry. That was phenomenal. Thank you for sharing that with me. And you know, nutrition is extremely important too, and you've definitely shed some light on the value of like nutrition, and health issues and what you're going through and what's helping you get through that, and living in the van and still like staying on top of everything, like but you're sharing like your recipes online and stuff, so I'm like I'm all in. After tasting that Japanese curry, I'm like, okay, this bitch knows what she's doing and I need her to help me. I'm living on fucking croissants and party pies out here.
Yeah, so before I came on tour, I got like diagnosed with a fair few things, including endometriosis, like ovarian cysts, and then like I've got pre-cancer in my cervix and stuff like that. So I'm meant to be having a surgery in September, but I really want to heal naturally. And so I have just researched like this full diet that's anti-inflammatory, and like it really focuses on gut health, mental health, relieving stress, and yeah, so that's pretty much my whole life. And although it does seem restrictive, it's actually been so freeing, like I have so much more energy, I feel more productive, I feel more creative, I feel like I have more time for people, and I have so much more respect for myself. Like, it's the first time in my life I've ever respected my body and what I put in it, and like, yeah, it's also like so spiritual as well, So I'm cooking everything on the front seat of my car, and like I've got it so down to the T. Like I can cook you up a sick meal in like 9 minutes, because my fry pan is like, the burner is so hot, so everything just cooks straight away. And like I've got my spice rack in like the door like in the door rack, and then I've got like my fridge that I got, and I've got my battery, and I've installed lights so I can see at all times. And like,
that's amazing. Because I was like, came in and I was like, do you want to cook in the kitchen? Like, it might be easier. And you're like, no, it'll be harder.
I've just got like a routine, because I've been doing it for like 65 days straight. Yeah. And like, I'm not eating out. I'm saving my pennies. Like, some of the things I eat is like, I have a carrot salad in the morning, for example. So my carrot salad, I wake up straight away, I have my carrot salad, my body knows that I'm in a safe place if I'm eating straight away. So that's not stressing on my body. Yeah. So I have a grated carrot, apple cider vinegar, oil, and salt. And those 4 things together is like a full cleanse for your gut. It's like a full gut cleanse. So having that first thing in the morning, cleanse your soul, and there's so much information online. Like, it went viral on TikTok 2 years ago, so I'm all over the carrot salad. And then I have my like cacao. I go for a run for 30 minutes. Yeah. It's like just light exercise every day. I do have break days as well, because rest is really important. But I have like cacao, and I have my mushroom powder. I have like put in ginger, cinnamon, and just like some Chinese spices and things like that. But I have that after my run, and then I have my porridge, which is like filled with like nutrient dense things. And like I've just done so much research about like what the heck I need to do to heal my body, And so like I've put a lot of time into like seeing what foods are actually good, and like all different sources, and like all this stuff, like media sources, like podcasts, and but yeah, just making sure I have heaps of fruit, like 30 vegetables per week, 30 or fruits and veggies per week, and just like laying off the alcohol, the coffee, the sugar, and just like not much gluten. So I'm having just like rice or potatoes, tofu, soy products, and then when I go to my gigs, this is my trick, when I go to my gigs, I always order like a cooked meal from them, and I have been having salmon, but I've been vegetarian for like literally 15 years, but next time I'm going to have a steak, because I want to introduce like some more gut microbiome, you know, that I could be missing.
Yeah.
And I just want to have a variety of foods so that I can, you know, cover all bases. Like there's good bacteria that I'm probably missing. And it's either just don't give a fuck and have surgeries and be on the pill and do the rod and stuff, but it's just like, it's not who I am at this stage, and I just want to try everything I can to like... Yeah, no,
that's incredible, and I love the discipline, and I feel like routine definitely makes that kind of thing a lot easier, like...
100%. It was hard to set up at the start. At the start I was like, fuck this, can't be fucked, like grating this fucking carrot every morning. But then I made bulk, you know? I made bulk like 5 days a week in there, get it out of my fridge, and then I've got bulk cacao as well, and having those two things in bulk straight off the bat in the morning, I'm like, it's easy, you know? And you're going for a run every day. You don't have to wake up and think like, what am I going to do right now? It's like, I'm going for a run.
Yeah.
There's no,
That's awesome. I love that.
I've never been like that before.
I need you to like help me. I like wake up, I have a coffee and a cigarette, and then I'm okay.
Yeah.
That's not healthy. I need like carrots and like to go for a fucking run.
You know, I didn't exercise for like 3 fucking years before this. But I swear that's why I got all these conditions now, because my body was so stressed and I was just like workaholic.
Yeah.
You know, and now like there's more important things like my life.
Yeah.
Like my career is important, yes, but I can live, like my career can be better if I'm like respecting my body.
Yeah. It's really interesting and like quite like amazing, like the way that, you know, you've got like back in the day, like the rock stars, you know, like just like drinking like a bottle of vodka for breakfast and like literally. And no, I love how like onto it with your nutrition you are. It's like very inspiring, and it's definitely like a good reminder for me, and I think a lot of people.
I try and promote that like on my Instagram and stuff, like running and being healthy, but the reason why I am doing this also is because I'm also influenced by the folk community. And now the folk community, I feel like they're way more like that, you know, like they're rock stars, but they're like fucking
healthy,
yoga, like meditation, healthy. And I see all of that stuff and I'm like, yeah, it's like, it's a full thing. Even though like I do want to be like the rock grunge chick.
Yeah. After my cacao.
Yeah. I'll drink a bowl of vodka after the cacao.
There's Baileys in this.
Yeah.
Do you have any like warm-up vocals and stuff that you do?
No, I've had like a funny journey with my voice, so...
This is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I used to have huge tonsils and they would get infected all the time. So I've got a song on my first album, it's called Sad People. And the lyrics are nobody likes sad people like me, because I couldn't talk to anyone because my tonsils were so big and infected. I couldn't sing, I couldn't work, I had to quit my job. I had to write notes to my friends and I was so sad, and I was like, fuck, you know, like no one wants to hang out with sad people, which is like a whole different concept.
Yeah.
But anyway, and I was like, fuck this shit. And then I did go and have a surgery and I got them taken out, and I was so happy about that. And like now I've got no infections, no problems. My voice sounds different. Like it doesn't sound like I'm singing with 2 golf balls in my mouth. And that was like, I think that was like 4 or 5 years ago. But I had to fully retrain my voice with a vocal coach, and I like fully went into that world, retrained everything, and I asked her, do you do any warm-ups? And she's like, nope, save your voice for the show. And she's like the best vocal coach in Newcastle. Like she's up there. But
that's wild.
yeah, I've got heaps of stuff that that I can do. Like, I was in choir for years and years and years growing up, so
Yeah.
like I know all the things. But I think more like before a show, I do warm up, but I kind of like more it's like
Meditative,
the whole body. Yeah, like the day on the show, like I don't want to be stressing, I don't want to be doing any of that shit, like I need to plan my day on the show so that when it's showtime, I can be like the best possible version of myself, like I don't want to fill my day with shit. Yeah, so that's kind of like my warm-up, I guess.
I love that. Musically, who's your biggest influence?
Oh my gosh, I have so many. Okay, you know what? I grew up on Miley Cyrus, Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm selling G-strings as my merch, I've got G-string merch.
Are you fucking serious?
I know. How slow.
Oh my god, I'm obsessed.
Literally. So they're G-strings and it says Pretty Things. That's the title of my EP in the Powerpuff Girl font. And yeah, the first batch sold out on the first day.
Yeah,
when I put them online.
That's
They're
incredible.
fucking mad. They're like pink and like all different colours, like flames on black. Like it's fucking mad. Yeah. Anyway, that sold out, so I'm currently doing all the pre-orders at the moment, and then I've got so many signed up already, and like we're getting ready to launch that. Yeah, I made the promo for it the other day, but fuck, where do we go?
Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah, Miley Cyrus released a merch line called Golden G-String, and that was her merch. And ever since she did that, I've been wanting to do that for years and years and years, but I never. Something always stopped me, or someone always stopped me, And so yeah, this is like my time to fucking do my shit and do what I want. And this is what I've wanted to do for so long, and people who really know me know I've been talking about this for so long. So yeah, it's here, baby. We've got the G-strings. So I fucking love Miley Cyrus. I just reckon she's an absolute queen. But my influences literally come from my community. And I always look up, they tend to be women in my community, and like if they're doing something, I'm like, I want to be as good as them. I want to play that venue that they're playing. I want to like do what they're doing and stuff. And now I've moved beyond that, and I am in love with Maddie Diaz, for example, and Carla Geneve. They're probably two of my top. Maddie Diaz is from America, Carla is from WA, and like, I don't know, it's just fucking real, it's genuine, it's real, it's trauma, and it's fucking gets you, their music, and like, a lot of my ideas come from listening to their music and just relating with it so much, and I'm like, this is how I feel. This is what the topic is that I want to speak about, in this song. And yeah, like I just
it's like I think my guru says it. But there's like this thing, it's like, what is it? By being yourself, you give other people the permission to be themselves too.
Yes.
And that's why I think like it's so empowering. Like Miley Cyrus, like Maddie
Diaz,
yeah, like
she was so honest.
These people are just out there and they're being themselves and they're being real and they're being fucking vulnerable and they're just going for it, and it gives us permission to do the same. Like, yeah, all the love for all the fucking amazing, beautiful women in this fucking world.
Yeah, the women are the people that I look up to, because I see myself in them, and I'm like, I could be that one day.
Yeah, exactly.
I also love like Oasis and Red Hot Chili Peppers and like
Led Zeppelin,
fucking
but we
Nirvana, Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah.
But
Slipknot.
Yeah, I like to take that rock stuff and put it into like the meaning.
Yeah, it all comes with you. Like everything that's inspired you, like you bring that in. It just naturally comes out into your own music. All those influences, all that. Yeah, it's great.
Like, I was listening to Ash Grunwald on repeat because I've just got like the CD player in my car, and I've got like a few CDs from like people I've met on the way and on the road, and you know, just like one of them was Ash Grunwald. I never buy CD merch, and I was just like, I have to buy it. He's so good. And then I ended up writing a song like that was based off like that sort of vibe, and it was in drop D, and like it was just so slay. And I was like, you know, he's really brought out like something magical in me that I can express, you know?
Yeah.